we are live. Hey everybody, it is Saturday night. It is Atop the Fourth Wall plays Fallout New Vegas Old World Blues. I am feeling a lot better from last week. Arm's not at 100%, but like I'd say closer to 90-95%. I can, touch it without feeling an immense pain. I can slightly lean on it. I can't put a lot of pressure on it, but hey, it's an improvement. Joining me this evening, we've got the game show reviewer.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
And
Howdy,
we got
everyone.
Zen.
And people are launching big happy festival fireworks in the background. I apologize. It is happening. It is Splody 2 months and a half.
Chaos Nightmare, all hail Bidoof, the best Pokemans. No, Krabby is best Pokemans, but Bidoof is up there. I love how the Pokemon Company did a parody of Never Gonna Give You Up, but with Bidoof.
Danny Fenlon, so Soundwave's your favorite all-around. Who's your favorite Beast Wars character?
Dinobot. I mean, I think
okay.
Dinobot's probably the favorite of like most people.
I actually haven't seen Beast Wars.
You should fix that.
Yes.
777, last time on the adventures of Georgie LaForgie. Georgie is being very quiet and stealthy because Georgie is sneaking. Oh, hi, robot. Yeah, where is that? Look up. I think it's on the official Pokemon YouTube account. I retweeted on Tumblr at the very least.
Alex Oslin, you have not missed Georgie getting Brain back. Brain is still flushed.
Still working on it, but we are doing immense testing in a facility so we can get more cool stuff, including like a stealth suit that we're wearing. In fact, that's what we're going to be resuming. We're going to have another hour and a half long stream and cut it off there. I am both extremely tired because my sleep schedule's all messed up right now and I had to get up earlier for Tom White's Among Us stream. And I also just have more work to do. Episode is probably not going to come out on Monday. Not because it's super long, but there's just a lot of stuff that's been happening this week in my personal life here and there that I have not had a chance to really work on it. There's going to be a big cameo in it, and that requires planning and writing and preparation and stuff like that. So it's just been a lot. If it doesn't come out on time, it doesn't come out on time. But that's what's going on. Captain Adventure 1983, rest in peace to Lewis's potato cakes from Arby's. Yeah, I was worried this was gonna happen. I heard they took potato cakes off the menu, off the drive-thru menu. So I was already like, well, I hope doesn't mean they're gonna take it off permanently. And lo and behold, last time I went to Arby's, no, sorry, we don't have potato cakes anymore.
Aww.
And look, I like roast beef sandwiches. I like Arby's sauce, but like, when I ate a couple sandwiches from there without the potato cakes, the potato cakes break up the meal. It makes it so that there's like differentiations of flavor so that it makes it harder. And I hate their curly fries. I don't really like crinkle fries to begin with. They have like chicken nuggets or something now, but like I tried their chicken tenders back in the day. They were not that good. So, yeah, I am sad about that. I may have to stop eating at Arby's.
Everyone, all hail the potato cakes. Long live Arby's potato cakes.
Oh no, Lewis can't eat his fat. Can't get fat off of fast food. I'm sure some of you were thinking that, but just like, damn it, I like fast food and I like Arby's, so that just disappoints me. So that's life. Anyway, next super chat.
Zen is now banned until she watches Beast Wars. Zen, you know where the airlock is.
Listen here, I'm keeping track of the super chats. Okay, you can't ban me.
Watch me. I kid. Bronny Brown. So how's this live stream work? This is my first time at yours. Welcome aboard. You'll figure it out.
All right. So if you're new here, quick rundown. We're going to get to the game in a minute. We usually just like BS around for a few minutes when we first start the stream. People will ask super chats. I'm playing the game throughout. We try to answer them as best as we can. The Fallout streams have had this thing where if we reach certain monetary goals in the super chats, we're singing.
Yep.
Otherwise, if we ask you to stop doing super chats for a bit, it's because we're reading and we're trying to get engrossed in the game. Mass Effect was a big problem because that was very dialogue heavy. Fallout we've had a little bit of an easier time with for that. But yeah, otherwise, we just play games and answer questions, and sometimes we have thoughtful answers, and sometimes it's like, that requires a lot of thought, and right now I'm thinking about the fact that our character has his brain stolen. So...
Yeah.
So
Speaking
sometimes
of
it can be difficult to answer questions, but we do the best we can. Super chats always get priority over regular chats, but I try to glance over at the regular chats to see what people are talking about and see if there's anything interesting.
Especially if you say something really funny and it catches our eye.
Also, something we started doing with the Fallout streams, $50 super chat at Jet contributions. Get to choose a side quest for us to do in the game. We'll see if we do anything like that in the future, but for now, that's what we have for Fallout, and we have a big list of a Google Doc of various quests that still need to be accomplished. Alright, why don't you guys read off some super chats while I switch over to the actual game.
Before we get to that, though, I want to say that right now we are at $32 so far. At 100 is the first song request. I already have it set. It is a song from Hamilton. So yeah, keep it going. I'm keeping track of super chats tonight. I'm on it. You may continue.
This should be easy.
All right. T. Williams CA has, good evening, Linkara. Glad your arm is better.
Thank you.
7 star from 7. Another F for the potato cake loss. It pains us all. Speaks too soon. Can you sing Star Spangled Man?
I will do that at 300.
All right, we have the 300 one set, and someone give me something to sing at 200, please. Gordon ZX, I think there was a misunderstanding about talking about the upcoming Transformers movie last week. The movie's not connected to the Bay films; it's connected to the Bumblebee movie.
Yep, I'm aware.
But
I've never seen Bumblebee. I'm sure it's good.
It's really good. It's the only good one.
T. Williams CA, sorry about Arby's. I find Wendy's better. My only problem with Wendy's is they use that the Coca-Cola Freestyle, and I hate that. The only thing that tastes good coming out of a Freestyle is root beer. Let's see. I
don't like the long lines at the Wendy's near me. Like, I love Wendy's to pieces, but there's always a long line. It takes forever, and the server's always bad. So I usually am just like, let's just go to Taco Bell because I can get it quick.
Cameron Heaton, how much for you to set a bowl of cereal on fire and eat it and do ERB Mr. Rogers versus Mr. T with anyone here? Huh?
Epic rap battle.
That's Epic rap battles of history.
Battles. Yeah.
A lot more money considering I've never actually seen that rap battle, so I don't know. So I don't know how it goes.
And how do you set fire to cereal? I know what it's referencing.
Simpson. Ask Homer Simpson. Bronny
all
Brown.
I know is that would be hard.
Bronny Brown with, okay, quick question before you start. Well, too late. Would you ever review the comic books I've written and illustrated if I sent them to you?
Not necessarily, because I feel that's a conflict of interest. If you just send it my way, I might read it, but no guarantees of anything. Actually, they have no weight value, wow. Okay, Mutant Cave Fungus. We can drop a few of these. I don't need the rads.
There's a fungus among us.
So you're saying the fungus is sus?
I'm just saying he's a fun guy.
Doesn't matter.
Someone posted in the in the comments of last week's episode like a few things that would be incredibly helpful to us, including one I just did where I read the Chinese Spec Op manual and increased our sneaking ability.
Oh, nice.
We haven't seen anybody in
Benjamin
a while.
Hall,
Maybe
song
the
for
monsters have
200
stealth
Transformers
suits, too.
theme. Don't know it. Oh, Rainbow Connection's good, but nah, I want something more fun.
Do we have 200 set already? Because I will do the Transformers theme.
All right, 200 set.
I'm assuming we're talking about the movie theme. Like the full version.
I have my 100, but for 250, I will sing History Has Its Eyes on You from Hamilton. So yeah, and we're at 39, by the way.
God bless it.
Stealth boys are a robot's big weakness.
MLP songs are on the table if we know them. Granted, I'm the one who watches MLP of this group. Lewis isn't ponies. I'm ponies. Meanwhile, Vega is watching in the other rooms, furiously saying, "No, I'm
as
ponies."
Long as I don't screw up again.
Well, okay, we all know Vega is ultimate ponies, but yeah.
Well, yes. Also, Dipper says hi. Dipper is my roommate's cat, and he is adorable, but he's upset because Cody is visiting somebody else today.
First try.
And they miss their human. Vega is ponies. That is fact. Get out of
The
my
robot
doors.
lady speaking is the suit.
Yep, apparently the stealth suit has an AI in it.
Hey, say hi, Dipper. Everyone say hi to Dipper. He's a little orange boy, and we love him. Hi, orange boy. I like to call him many different things, like Little Dipper, Dippin' Dots, Dippy Fresh, Dip, Dip.
I don't know if the robots respawn or not. I hope they don't.
Okay, yeah.
Stealth boys are a
that
robot's
was another
Captain
I don't think they
Avenger-
do though, because they're not reactivating here. Let's see what happens when I reactivate this one. That was the one closest to us.
I could sing Art of the Dress. I'll have to set a goal
as
for
long
that
as I don't
later.
screw up again.
Also, my arm is good. For those who don't know, I have a story. You're not the only one with an arm story. So something happened the other day where Kana was on my bed. I was going to pet her after work, and she sneezed and jumped a foot in the air and scratched my arm. I wanted to figure out if it was something, work related with the smell, so I took a shower, and then I brought her into my room, and she did it again, and a third time. And granted, I wasn't trying to get her to scratch my arm. I was just trying to make sure that, I knew what was setting her off and try to remove that from the vicinity. I have come to the conclusion that due to pest control being in here and spraying, I think she doesn't like that because she won't be on the couch. She only just started coming back on the couch. So, So, unfortunately, in order to find that out, she scratched up my arm, which meant that I had to go into the urgent care after work. Now, I have insurance. It wasn't expensive, but they had me on antibiotics, and my arm looks like I got in a fight with a cat. But she's a lovable little baby. I love her.
I don't remember what quick save is supposed to be.
Chat, go ahead and tell us. I was going to mention here that Ryan Meir has an interesting point here. You and Lewis are apparently in an arms race.
Yeah, quick saving will probably F5. Okay, yeah, because I don't want to spend the entire time just trying to do this over and over.
Benjamin Hall says, supposedly there's a way to cheat this thing if you go back up to the office.
But yeah, my cats are fine. They just don't like the smell from the spraying, and they're getting better, but we just had a little incident. And I have been cuddling Kana to ensure that I'm not upset at her. I want to make her know that, I love her to pieces. The other cats are fine. I don't know, but, Kana just really took off to it. It might be because her sister has asthma and she has breathing issues, so I think that's part of it. In any case,
do you have
we are
auto
at $44.
Lou, do you have auto run going? Apparently, well, they're asking if if you have auto run disabled, then you can be stealthier.
Ah. Yeah, no, I don't think I do.
Adam J. Roman, last time, hey guys, last time you guys mentioned Fast and Furious cross Back to the Future. What about Terminator and Back to the Future, or Bill and Ted and Back to the Future? No? How about Doctor Who and Back to the Future?
How about Bill and Ted and Fast 9 or Fast 10?
Also,
Bill.
Crimson, I see you in the chat. I just have not read all of the things you've been posting, so sorry about that. I'm not ignoring you.
Hi,
We're
Crimson.
not ignoring you. We love you, Crimson. Sorry, I had a cat story, and Kana is not mad about wanting to henshin. I know people say that, but she's not. $54. We're halfway to my singing.
Everett, Brad Flute, I believe that is. Give Kana a kiss for me.
Okay, going this slow was not helpful.
I shall. Kana has gotten all the kisses, but you know who's been really cuddly lately? Chiaki. She has spent like 2 days just cuddling me nonstop, and I love her to pieces. I love my little Chiaki baby.
There's an illustration of the DeLorean smashed into the TARDIS with both Marty and the Doctor like, what the heck? I had that on a shirt, but, well, multiple washings, you know.
Hate to get rid of Nuka-Colas, but they're weighing me down.
All right, we're at 55. Listen, I know that Smash is important and Malachi's important, and I know that Cody's important, but also this stream is serious
More important.
business. Is very important. Is Maxi super extreme ultra important?
Bronny Brown, this is on PC.
Yep, I'm a PC user mostly.
Yep.
But yeah, Gordon's EX, we're gonna wait for it. I unfortunately don't have much to talk about. I mean, the stuff that I recently saw, I can't talk about because spoilers, and I haven't watched any more Star Wars. I've actually been hard at work writing a script for my show. I have 4 scripts currently written, and I'm working on a 5th before I continue recording. But things are being worked on, and it's going to be awesome, so look forward to it. The Despair arc will be kicking off very soon. Danganronpa is happening soon, I promise. I apologize for all the delay on my show.
Gordon ZX, also, one thing awesome about the upcoming Transformers movie is that it was just announced that Optimus Primal is going to be voiced by Ron Perlman, which isn't the first time he's voiced the character.
Which is nice and all, but I still prefer Gary Chalk.
And Phil Thieser, Doctor Who meets Back to the Future is just Rick and Morty.
First try.
mean, if you put Capaldi in the role, then yes. 60, so we're nearly there. $40 more until the singing commences.
You know what you have to see, Zen? I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's a parody, quote-unquote, trailer. It's parodying Doctor Who and the Hunger Games.
Oh, God.
It's basically, all the doctors, all the doctors up to 12 are in, a Hunger Games style thing orchestrated by the Daleks and the Master. And yeah, it's utterly ridiculous, but utterly hilarious.
Crimson.
Night Crimson.
Night Crimson. We will miss you. Have fun with Cody, and also tell them that Dipper says hi.
Night Crimson.
Dipper has been meowing for Cody.
Someone said that if I go up top, that there's a way to make this a lot easier. Like, I don't know, maybe disable the robots. Oh, I can activate technician. Those stumble through various X-13 tests. With advanced electronics repair knowledge could crack the casing to hack their IFFs to ignore the current test subject. Well, this is what I was already doing.
What I can talk about is what I've been playing in games recently. I completed A Hat in Time, and I'm going to say this right now. If you've never heard of or played A Hat in Time, go play this game. If you like Super Mario Sunshine, A Hat in Time is like a love letter to that, and Sly Cooper, and a bunch of other games. And I'm doing a review on it, so I don't want to spoil too much, but A Hat in Time, it's on PS4 or PC or Switch. The PC is the superior version, but whichever one you have, you can get it. It's a really great platformer. Highly recommend it. Stay tuned for a review in a couple of months.
Hey Lou, got a question for you.
Go ahead.
It's actually being asked in the chat, but it wasn't a super chat, so I'll make it my question. What is your favorite individual storyline segment you've ever made?
Individual storyline I've ever made.
Individual segment. So not a whole arc, just one segment of that arc.
That's rough. Trying to think. What is my favorite one of those? Probably like the original Entity finale, like the original, because that just turned out so damn well. Just came together in the end. Like it got the horror down. We got that walk around effect that Phalos did. Just really, really awesome.
That's
With a
actually
close
good answer.
second being the penultimate Sleepwalker storyline segment with Comicron 1 versus Comicron 2, because we got to see a full-on space battle.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm tied. I'm tied between that one and downing Comicron 1.
And yeah, I'm agreeing with On David's Brain. You should play Hat in Time just because there is Cat Mafia, and you should definitely play it because there's Cat Mafia. And I'm not giving you any more context than that. The DLC is literally called Yakuza Metro. It's amazing. And unfortunately, I do not have a PS5 to play. I don't have a PS5 to play Ratchet and Clank Rift in Time, or Rift Apart. And I'm sad.
Grinning Chompy, hey, I forgot. At what point in the year do you stop and start Patreon reviews?
Test
Do they
data
go?
processed.
Do they go up on
Hey,
the
first
first of the month?
try.
Version 1.1.
All right.
Boot damping sensors online.
All right, we
Nice.
stop Patreon sponsored reviews in April. At least I closed the slots, and then in Quest added Old World Blues. That's not what we're doing.
Classic Watcher, they didn't
And
call them the
they reopen
Mafia.
in September.
Classic Watcher, they didn't call them the Mafia because Nyakuza is actually a play on the words, because Nya is the
Mean
Japanese
robot
word
bugs. Mean
for
robot
what
bugs.
the cat sound is. And it is for PS4. Try it on PS4. It's really good.
Michael Pundunk, your first try counter is incorrect. It's always at 1 because it's the first try. Robert Wilson, have you thought about what you'll play after you finish New Vegas?
Yeah, we're
maybe
gonna play a Pokemon game. I haven't picked out a specific one yet, but we're doing Pokemon next.
And recommend
And if-
Hollow Knight and Blasphemous, but yeah.
I can also recommend Hollow Knight. I've played a little bit of it. It is wonderful, and I know people have recommended it and want to see me play that. And I think it's Seven Seraphim 7 who keeps telling me to play Bug Fable. I will let you know that both of those are on the schedule. Just I haven't gotten to them yet. They're on my list. I will get to them.
Patrick Caulfield, I know it'll never happen due to the nature of the
That's
game,
all.
but man, I'd love to see you stream the Phoenix Wright games. Seeing you come up with voices for the characters and use deduction would be fun.
Time to fight.
I played all of one Phoenix Wright game, and I didn't actually like it that much because it required such precision for what you needed to do, and also like if you hadn't gone through every single proper step in the meantime in order to get to that point, you can't answer the way you know it's supposed to go.
I don't know which one you played.
It was just
I
not
like the
fun
first
for
game.
me, is my thing.
I will play Ace Attorney. It is on my list. So I will say objection and hold it and take that. And I bequeath to you a boot to the head.
Boot?
I bequeath to you a boot to the head. Another one for Jenny and the Wimp. All Ace Attorney fans will get that.
Alright, just the way I said a boot, I was hoping hoping someone would catch on to the Maverick reference, but never mind.
Over encumbered. I gotta drop something. I thought
They took my boot. They took my boot.
took my boots. Nobody takes my boots.
Hollow Knight is a very good game, but it's tough. The thing is, I've played a lot of Metroidvania style games, and I've also played a lot of side-scrolling platformers. So Hollow Knight is my speed, but it's hard. Granted, I just completed a challenge in a platforming game where you're not allowed to jump. A platforming game that doesn't let you jump for one level.
Man, I actually made the right call with that grenade, because I think the laser turrets are now targeting the Scorpion. Mind you, they're targeting me too, but still.
Waiting out for T. Williams CA. We are at $68. 32 to go, guys.
A fresh apple I will eat.
The first thing I'll do is eat a whole bushel of apples.
Anyway, we have completed the test. We got the schematics for the stealth suit. I can begin the advanced infiltration test.
This is the advanced
Benjamin
test.
Hall. I want
Watch out
Georgie's
for
red
laser
arm. How
tripwires.
much?
They'll ruin our day.
More than you can afford. And I have seen the videos where people complete platformers without jumping. This was actually a specific thing that they found. In a hand time, speedrunners found a way to use a glitch in the programming to get through things without jumping, based on one of the hats. And it is really interesting. I don't want to spoil too much, but there is a way to get through several levels without jumping. It's a lot of fun.
I can hack the tripwires so that they have no problem with me.
T. Williams CA, have you ever thought about doing 90s kids, 80s counterpart?
Occasionally, but I just don't feel like it just hasn't been that. It just doesn't feel as interesting to me to do, because 80s. Because the thing is, 90s comics. When you think of a 90s comic, you know what I'm talking about. 80s comics can encompass a lot of stuff. There's still Robo-Brains running around?
Born ZX, Zen, if you like Cat Mafia, something similar to that is a webcomic called Lackadaisy that I highly recommend, and the creator is making animated short films in the same universe.
If they're making a short film, I'll watch it. That does sound interesting. I love cats. I love cats and bunnies. Those are my two big animals.
You know, I never would have guessed. I
wonder. I mean, we are the Bun Squad.
I honestly always thought you were more partial to deer.
Was that all?
Chris Breach, piggybacking off of what Benjamin said, what time are you going to sleep tonight?
I'm not entirely certain.
We're not even entirely certain that Lewis does sleep, just so you know.
Nobody sleeps. I mean, I spent the last 24 hours completing Death Wish challenges. Like, we don't sleep, we wait.
JV Rose just got back from work. What'd I miss? Not much. We found out that Zen's favorite animals are bunnies and dogs? No, cats.
Cats. Here, you wanna know a story, okay? For the longest time, I was actually afraid of dogs, because as a kid, I had a couple bad experiences. I was bitten by a dog once, but also I used to walk dogs to pay, instead of babysitting. It was like my after-school job, and they would essentially walk me around, and it was a bad experience. I was always afraid of aggressive dogs, and it really offset my anxiety. But I'll tell you, I met the most wonderful dog in the world. His name was Loki. When I went down to see Nash for the very first time, I met him, and he actually made it so that I wasn't afraid of dogs anymore. And he and Grady made me feel so welcome, and so I'm not afraid of dogs as much anymore. So I'm having a glass to Loki, because he was the best dog.
Training Chompy, what are your hopes and worries for Brilliant Diamond / Shining Pearl? Do you think the graphics/design criticisms are blown out of proportions?
No, I really do not like that design, but we will see how it actually plays out. I'm gonna drop some drugs. I don't need these. Hey, apparently the drugs are weightless.
Oh, that sucks. Bronny Brown, perhaps in the future, if we get to know each other better, would you like to do a crossover in one of my reaction videos, or me crossover in a review of yours?
Not really. The thing is, I've kind of mostly stopped, not like stopped entirely, obviously, but I'm not as into doing crossovers as much anymore, just because they require so much time and planning and work. And even then, I'd probably prefer doing one with someone I know, you know, personally. I'm no offense to you, it's just I prefer just to do it with people I'm already familiar with.
It's also just a protection thing, you know. We've been through a lot lately. I do it myself. I screen the people who I ask to do crossovers with, or who I ask to do cameos with.
Yeah, why do you think I haven't done a cameo with Zen yet?
Listen, you do all my. Technically, you have cameoed on my show with all your graphics. And speaking of which, you did something on my show that was really, really good. I can't wait to show it, but I can't show it yet.
Oh yeah, if it's what I think if you're talking about what I think you're thinking about, yeah, I can't wait till that's shown. I really can't wait to see all y'all's reaction. That's gonna be fun.
I sent GSR the preview, and I don't want to give anything away, but there's 2 storyline segments on my show that have been edited already, and ooh.
Which reminds me, I think I need to get something to Phil to make one of those things a little better.
Okay.
Assuming he knows how to work with alpha channels.
Comicron will not make an appearance until the next Zen track, from as far as I know. That was kind of a fun little thing. This is direct part of the storyline.
Yeah, T. Williams CA was asking, will Comicron make an appearance again? Yeah, that was for Zen's show. For Lewis's show, I'm not allowed to say a darn thing.
Yep. But what I will say is that, you know, I cannot wait to show you guys, like, GSR has done a magnificent job. Part of stuff that we've done behind the scenes is we've upgraded a lot of the stuff for my show while I've had the inability to work on it. So when the show comes back, I don't know how much you'll recognize it, because this is like the next step in how we do things, and I'm really happy with how things are coming out.
In other words,
all right, we got the advanced system. Oh, and we leveled up.
Sweet.
All right.
Nice.
GSR, game show reviewer, or gunshot residue? Why can't that be both?
Speech, sneak.
But yeah, there's some stuff on Zen's show that I can't wait for y'all to see. There's some stuff on Lewis's show that I'm just starting right now, and if it turns out as good as it's looking, then holy crap, I really can't wait for y'all to see this.
All right, we did the advanced infiltration test because we're awesome, and I think that's the only other test we can do, so we'll head out and sell all these cigarettes I've been collecting.
First try.
First try.
Also, on the, let's see, so we're at $91 now. But on the subject of fellow YouTubers, there are some people that I am willing to work with and I've been in talks with. So just expect some things in the future. I know some people who I've been really dying to do stuff with ever since we started talking on Twitter about a bunch of stuff. So I don't want to give away who, but there's stuff happening.
Also, you know, who knows? I might actually be working on this odd review thing. And I want to talk a little bit about game shows.
What is a game show?
It's this thing that used to be on back in the 80s. You know, it was bright and colorful and happy. And then when it went to the 2000s, it stopped being colorful.
It's only a fairy tale. They don't really exist.
Yeah, no, because the Seventh Surface. Do you want it, or should I?
Yeah, you can take it.
Yeah. GSR's appearance in Zen's show is being saved for the arc where she accidentally invades the White House while chasing the kitties. I think
not exactly.
Hold on, Lou, have I been impeached yet?
I think by now, probably.
Okay.
What I will say, because I don't want to give anything away, me and GSR have discussed possible appearances. I won't tell you when or where, but they have been discussed. That's all I can say. Under contract.
That was a really cool thing what just happened there. Speaks too soon. My favorite storyline segment: Linkona regains his memory. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
If only because that scream was terrifying.
By the way, we're at 93, only $7 more, and we start singing.
Oh, Press Your Luck is one of the greatest game shows of all time, right there alongside Pyramid. Yes, I've been watching.
Fighting over.
I have been watching the new Press Your Luck. I've been watching the new Pyramid. I've been not watching the new Card Sharks. I love it all.
I have been watching. Well, I haven't been watching any more Clone Wars since last week, but I'm gonna change that tonight. But I've also been playing Dead Space 3. And this is something that, if we don't have too many super chats, I do want to get into tonight because I'm a huge fan of Dead Space. I've played Dead Space since the very first game. And we have super chats. So I'll wait till the super chats is done.
Rob S. GSR, I've been watching the Price is Right clips lately, and now I got Splendito stuck in my head. I got one thing to say to that. Aw, man, nothing but furniture. Tan Broyhill furniture. I don't remember the rest of it off the top of my head, but yeah, I know the Splendito song.
And we're at 113. Read the super chats, and I will sing.
All right, Everett, Bradfoot, let's hear it. We're getting there. Captain of Edge 93, for the record, Lewis's potato cakes are hash browns.
I am well aware, but there is a taste to them in particular that makes them preferable. Like, McDonald's hash browns taste somewhat similar, but not close enough. In my opinion, anyway.
It's impossible to overcome.
Cy Renfield recently got into the 1966 Batman series. So far, it's good fun.
Tough.
Who's your favorite exclusive villain from there? Mine's the Bookworm.
I like Bookworm too, honestly. A lot of the problem is a lot of the exclusive villains don't really have much of a gimmick. They're really just kind of guys in weird outfits, or like there's a cowboy themed one, and it's just I think there was like a kind of swashbuckler Robin Hood type of guy, but Bookworm feels like an actual Silver Age villain.
Gordon ZX, what are you guys' thoughts on Star Wars Visions? I really like the idea of having Japanese animators make their own Star Wars stories.
I haven't really looked into more of it beyond seeing a few of the concept art that's been posted online. Looks cool.
And finally,
cool. I don't know much more.
Finally, from Bronny Brown, and everyone at this point, please hold your super chats. Bronny Brown says, definitely got to be careful with crossovers because I worked with a reviewer, not saying who, but recently he kind of turned against me unexpectedly. Yep, that's sort of the security part of things.
All right, and we have reached the goal. We are at 117, so I will sing my first song. For those who don't know, I'm a huge fan of Hamilton, and a lot of people have been asking me why. Let me sing my favorite song from Hamilton and see if you can understand a little bit. So,
Candles up!
Candles up. Theodosia writes me a letter every day.
That's all.
I'm keeping the bed warm while her husband is away. He's on the British side in Georgia, trying to keep the colonies in line. But he can keep all of Georgia. Theodosia, she's mine. Love doesn't discriminate between the sinners and the saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We keep loving anyway. We laugh and we cry and we break and we make our mistakes. And if there's a reason I'm by his side, and so many others have tried, I'm willing to wait for it.
Dealt with.
I'm willing to wait for it. My grandfather was a fire and brimstone preacher. But there are things that the homilies and hymns won't teach you. My mother was a genius. My father commanded respect. When they died, they left no instructions, just a legacy to protect. Death doesn't discriminate between sinners and saints. It takes and it takes and it takes. We keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we break and we make our mistakes. If there's a reason I'm still alive, everyone who loves me has died. I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Wait for it. I am the one thing in life I can control. I'm inimitable, I am an original. I'm not falling behind or running late. I'm not standing still, I'm lying in wait. Hamilton faces an endless uphill climb. He has something to prove, he has nothing to lose. Hamilton's pace is relentless, wastes no time. Was it like in his shoes? Hamilton doesn't hesitate. He exhibits no restraint. He takes and he takes and he takes. He keeps winning anyway. He changes the game and he plays and he raises the stakes. If there's a reason he seems to thrive when so few survive, then goddammit, I'm willing to wait for it. I'm willing to wait for it. Life doesn't discriminate between sinners and the saints, and it takes and it takes and it takes. We keep living anyway. We rise and we fall and we make our mistakes.
Over.
And if there's a reason I'm still alive when so many others have died, then I'm willing to
This one looks
wait
pretty
for it.
tough.
And there we go. That's my favorite song in Hamilton.
That's probably why I'm not overly fond of Hamilton, because the music's just not my favorite style.
It's very R&B, hip hop / rap,
and that's why. And I'm sorry, I don't like it.
It's also hard to sing, but
either way, I mean,
love that song.
That was a good job. That was a very good job. I will give you applause on that.
The problem is it's also very fast.
There's another enemy nearby, which is why I can't fast travel back to the sink. There you go.
Okay, let me know when we reach 150, because I am going to sing the Splendito song. I just found the lyrics.
Okay.
7 Seraphim 7, $2 with the Star Wars anime anthology from Studio Trigger.
Take this.
And Adam J. Roman, has anyone watched Ascendance of a Bookworm?
I think that's the name of the episode. I can't remember.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
Hate that these things explode.
But yeah, the next one is History Has Its Eyes. I'll set that one at
200.
Do we have one for 200? Yeah, let's set that.
Oh
History
no!
Has Its Eyes.
Wait! Hold on. Didn't Lou take 200 for Transformers?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll do 150 for History Has Its Eyes. It's not.
I have 150.
Okay, I'll take 250 then. Damn it.
All right.
In the dark of the night, evil will find her. Ooh. I don't think we're ever gonna sing that, but that is a funny song. Anyway, yeah, so I'm a big fan of Dead Space. I've played since the beginning. Dead Space 1 is one of my first big loves for video games and horror, and Dead Space 2 is fantastic. I've played every single game in the series. But then I've been playing Dead Space 3 just so I can understand where it goes. it goes in
That's all.
weird places.
That's the wrong one.
And I think the biggest weird thing, and I'm trying to do this without spoiling, but essentially there are times in the game where soldiers...
Wrestler Royal to vendor inventory. I don't know what that is.
Might I be of service?
Soldiers
Oh, I
can
think that's the dog gun!
Oh, we
The
got the dog gun?
Very good.
First,
sir.
let me sell a bunch of stuff here, and then we'll take a look and see if we got it.
All right, Zen, before you continue, hang on a second. Let me get these super chats.
Yep.
Everett, Brad Flute, any of y'all seen Twisted by Star Kid?
Nope.
And Bronny Brown, by the way, how much money are you guys trying to raise for your gameplay? Well, you don't really have a target, and I'm not going to read the second half because it goes against one of the rules. Please familiarize yourself with the rules of the chat. That one is Rule 1, no personal questions.
Yeah, we have
just a
no
heads up.
goal for this. We just play to have fun, and then we have the goals for the singing, which we just started doing more recently. But if we don't make them, we don't make them. Oh well, that's life.
Yeah, basically. It's okay, Bronny. I'm just letting you know.
Yep.
Yep, it's okay. So we've caught up. I do know about the Dead Space remake. I'm hoping that they remake 2 as well. But Dead Space 3 goes in weird places. It is a co-op game. The problem is it's not designed for co-op because
Still wearing the stealth.
everywhere is narrow hallways. It's always narrow hallways and ladders and stuff that aren't built for co-op. And you'll get mobs of people that just try to attack you, and it just doesn't work with co-op, and I feel like that was arbitrarily put in. But the biggest thing, and the thing that really took me aback, there's a point in the game where soldiers
mod for it.
of a faction will fight against you with necromorphs. And necromorphs are killing them, but they're still fighting against you alongside the necromorphs. And it makes sense because the stuff in-game, but it just... I'm sorry, if someone's going to kill me, I'm going to get the hell out of there. I'm not going to fight alongside them.
Creative Chef 25, first rule of Linkara live streams. We don't talk about the rules, but we do follow.
138.
You have no idea how accurate that is. Taylor
Yeah,
Robinson,
Dead Space ends at 2. Dead Space ends at 2 because they
Real
ruined
shame they never
Isaac's
made Dead
character.
Space 3.
Isn't that a shame?
Yeah.
Taylor Robinson, have any of you guys seen In the Heights? What are your thoughts on it? I have not seen it.
Ever seen what?
In the
I
Heights.
haven't seen In the Heights. Not yet.
You can drop out a lot of weapons you don't use, like the recharger rifle and antenna at base to free up weight. No, not dog gun. You get a mod for the dog gun. Dog gun is at X12. The reason why I haven't just dropped off something like the recharger gun is it's still good to have a backup because we do run through ammo a lot.
Truth. Everett Brad Flute, Twisted is a good musical from the eyes of Jafar. And then 7 Star from 7, I think, Lou, you just read that one off. Well, you didn't read it aloud, but you did read it off.
Check out Matt McMuscle's video on Fallout 3. Explains how EA messed with the development of Dead Space 3. Here's the thing. I've been playing some EA games recently to finish up my backlog, because I've been a big fan of EA since, Portal and Portal 2, because those were technically published by EA. And I started getting some of their other games.
Those are also quite possibly the finest video games ever made.
Yes. And I also played another game that I'm not going to get into because I don't want to bring it up on the stream. But as I was looking into the backstory of why this game, which it was a crazy game, why this game was the way it was, I learned that
Very good, sir.
essentially behind the scenes, Visceral was split into 4 different studios. People were shuffled around, and all the main talent was put on Dead Space 2. So you have all the talent on one game, and then you put in new people, and they kept shifting people around and putting people to other things and then putting them back, and the direction kept changing. But also they kept putting mandatory mandates that it has to have multiplayer or co-op so that people would keep playing it, so that people wouldn't turn in their discs, because they said that, oh well, we're going to be losing sales to used games retailers, which doesn't make sense, but there's all this anti-piracy and all this other stuff that essentially EA wanted all of the money, and because the game was only being sold once, and they just kept trying to make more and more money from DLC and practices that would keep you playing the game and investing in the game, and that's why some of the DLCs were so broken. And why some of the co-op for, like, say, Dead Space 3 is just shoehorned in, and the game, the levels aren't designed for it. But even still, Dead Space 3, the level design is copy-pasted, and we did so much of this game with my friend who's helping me boost through it, and there are optional missions that are just, you'll take a level asset and flip it and turn it in a different direction, and they said, oh, it's a different level, but it's so copy pasted that you can tell. This was clearly made.
That's basically what Halo is. The original Halo. It's like they made it halfway through, and then the second half of Halo is effectively the first half, just turned backwards.
But it's not just that. It's random assets just turn around and around, and it's more military survival. It's like, this isn't a Dead Space game at this point, which is a shame, because I do like portions of it, because it does feel a lot like an 80s action movie in many ways, but it's not a great one. It's not even a good one.
As we all know, the good guys always win, even in the 80s.
In the 80s.
Bronny Brown, you ever play games like Spooky Castle or Frogger on the computer? Nintendo games Star Tropic and Star Tropics 2 or Lost Vikings on the PlayStation?
Never played any of those. A lot of the PC games I played as a kid, or at least stuff that I can think of, like basic level stuff, was usually like slightly more educational stuff that I'd play in school, like Number Munchers, Oregon Trail. Let me think. Yoink, 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 yoink. Let's see, what's the, there was another thing I was going to say specifically. The X8 Kennel Key, interesting. Like in terms of like main, regular games that people would actually play.
I'm sorry. You said that you played educational games, and you're going off on the usual. I'm like, and Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, and
yeah, that's what I say. Once I start getting into stuff like that, that was a bit more teenager. As a little kid, stuff that I actually play at home. Well, StarCraft was technically closer to teenager than anything else. Finance the board.
One thing I will say, and I know like a lot of people like feel guilty for playing EA games. I don't support the company, but if I like the franchise, I'm going to play the game. I think we should definitely call bad developers, bad publishers out on all of their bullcrap. But at the same time, I don't think we should deny ourselves of potentially good games, which is why I continue to at least buy them used.
Other side of the map, I guess.
For a work studio, Elite Force is educational, teaches you to eat Harry. 7 Star Home 7, EA, we don't just want money, we don't just want a lot of money, we will only be happy if we get all the money. Yeah, welcome to
all
Hollywood.
the money in the world won't be enough for them, because Dead Space 3 reportedly had to sell, I think, 5 or 10 million units in order to be considered a success. And it's not Call of Duty. Like, it would never do that. It just, they don't understand what they have.
Adraconis. Yeah, crazy dude. Just give Georgie back his brain.
You're still looking for Georgie's brain.
And it's not any of those. We'd recognize it. Benjamin Hall. If you think...
Cigarettes.
I'm not sure I want to read that. Zen?
Benjamin Hall, the Benjamin Hall one?
Yeah.
If you think about it, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is kind of transphobic. Also, definitely has bi erasure with Willow. I'm not sure how it is transphobic. You'll have to explain that one. I don't doubt that there's probably transphobic elements that come up, because 90s fantasy show tends to happen. I wouldn't call it bi erasure either. It's just necessarily that Willow thought she was straight, and then she became a lesbian.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that
haven't
was going to be
seen
against
Buffy.
the rules. Whoa!
I cannot comment on it because I haven't seen Buffy.
Did you
Okay,
just
that dog's
blow
on
up-
fire.
Did you just blow up a robo-dog with sound?
Yes.
This is awesome. By the way, the dogs you hear barking in the background are mine.
And not the game dogs.
And not the game dogs, no. Mine are good. Well, except for the barking. Zen, what are we at?
142.
Okay.
I'm keeping track. It's harder with the $1.
Mike Manhattan, Fruity Groovy, and Gorn ZX. Waiting on your super chats.
But what I will say is, I have not seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I know heresy, but I don't like commenting on whether or not something is transphobic without seeing it. It's really hard to say.
All right, Gorn ZX. Thoughts on Matt McMuscles?
Never seen him.
Never seen them.
Pretty groovy. Maybe Georgie's brain were the friends we made along the way.
No, I had a brain and they took it from me.
And then they
Are you
flushed it
sure?
down.
Do you know? Because your memories are in your brain. How would you remember?
I mean, I'm pretty sure. I can't leave this
Well-
place, so...
Yeah, I think he's still got a live connection to brain wherever it is.
At least you need to into the
Don't-
testing area. Activate institutional data retrieval test at the X8 facility. Release cyber dogs? Dr. Richardson, we just received the latest shipment of dogs for the CyberDog experiment process, but, well, frankly, I think our supplier screwed us. The animals must be basically feral. Every time we get close to the shipping kennels, they let out with the most god-awful hissing and, well, rattling is the only way I can describe it. Please advise, should we open the kennels, just send them back? I feel like we read these already.
I think so.
By the way, we're at
Everett-
149. One more dollar till you're singing.
Everett, I'm just gonna go with Everett because I can't pronounce that last name. I think Joss Wheaton would be a terrible dungeon master. Maybe. Mike Manhattan, the new Gundam.
Yo,
movie is
schematics for I think the dog gun.
The new Gundam movie is Hathaway's Flash. It's available on Netflix. Also, do you think the live-action Gundam movie should be set in the UC timeline? Or
Probably,
do its own
yeah.
universe?
I mean, it's the most. It's the UC Universal Century timeline is basically the most developed of all the Gundam timelines. So it's probably best to just go with what works and what already has established things you can work off of.
We're at 150.
All right, give me a minute here. I'm gonna see. What we're
Oh, no,
doing
this one's
exactly.
This is GSR's.
Hang on a second. We're still looking for Jacob Lerma's, which is has anyone played Star Wars Jedi Knight or Jedi Fallen Order? It's a fun game. I haven't. I've been meaning to. And Ryan Muir, I don't see one yet. So
We're waiting
I'm
on
gonna wait for
Ryan's. And Creative Chef, I'm not taking that the wrong way. Trans rights are human rights. Race rights are human rights. The problem is people don't view us as human. So, and Ryan Muir.
I'd buy that for $1. All right. So,
All right, sing the song written for the fight scene.
No, this is Bronzy Brown asking, speaking of singing, have you all ever performed anywhere outside of YouTube? Nope.
I was in the choir, so yes.
I was in the band. That's the closest I've ever gotten.
I was
All
in
right,
orchestra.
This is Splendito or Nothing But Furniture from The Price is Right. These are not official lyrics, by the way. This is just a joke, but it's awesome. So here we go. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 ba bum bum bum. Oh yeah, it's nothing but furniture. Sectional living room, Steinmaster carpet too. Too bad, nothing but furniture. Elegant dining room, Michael, Sefina, and you. And although the bed is soft and deep, you'll get a good night's sleep. You'll still have nothing to drive. No car, no truck, no van. Too bad you're stuck with furniture. Tanbroil furniture. Maybe it reclines. You still can't believe this is it. Oh man, nothing but furniture. Roddy Spiel is done. Should have kept Showcase 1. How will you get this home? How will you get this home? How will you get this home? Ba-da-dum.
The price is wrong, bitch.
And if you want to know the origin of that, go watch any showcase that uses the Splendito theme, and it rarely had anything but furniture, and it was usually the crappy showcase. Benjamin Hall.
I'll take it.
Yeah, go ahead. Thank you.
In relation to Buffy, the one girl in all the world and never having a start in a male body in any of the franchise's media. Also, it is only kind of because 1990s.
Well, yeah, because
Having
from the backstory of the show specifically had it be that what they would eventually reveal was that a group of men deliberately in caveman times or whatever put it inside, made it women so they could control it, and misogyny.
Yeah, I don't see that as transphobia personally, because sometimes things happen.
I mean, admittedly, that's a Thermian argument kind of a thing, but still, I don't really see that as transphobic.
No. If they were,
I think the laser rifle plus actually
stretch.
seems to work better against these things.
In
Also,
any
if everyone
case-
can take its impact.
In any case, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Dead Space 3, and it's weird. But surprisingly, despite my problems, such as the hundreds of collectibles to complete the damn game. Hundreds. In one chapter, there's 50 collectibles in co-op that you have to complete co-op with 7, different co-op missions that you have to do to find these collectibles. It's a lot. But surprisingly, I find parts really fun, and I don't know if I'm just getting Stockholm Syndrome at this point, or if it's just there's elements of the original Dead Space leaking into the game. I don't know.
Robert
165.
Wilson. Hey guys, who do you think had a better storyline in Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex: The Humans, or Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex: The Humans, or the Tacoma?
I've never actually seen Standalone Complex, so I could not tell you.
I haven't seen any Ghost in the Shell ever. I haven't seen a lot of things. I am sorry. Why are you guys surprised? I review video games.
You review a lot of things.
Yes.
Yeah,
shush.
you only review
Everything.
yeah, everything.
I get it. But mostly video games.
Okay, no, that's not your tagline. Your tagline is you only review everything.
I thought my tagline was Bun Squad, feed my bunnies.
I'm your visual effects artist, okay? I had to put together your opening title thing.
We're gonna get something improved for that too, but we'll see. 171.
Other side. I think you're being shot from the other side.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Just saying.
Zenith, what episode are you on for Clone Wars? I've only seen Season 2, Episode 16, Season 1, Episode 16, and I still need to watch the movie. I was in the middle of the movie when I just stopped, because I was confused, and I needed to get scripting done. And yes, I will review ponies, Seraphim. I will review ponies, goddammit.
Critical strike on Hallmonitor. It's like, yeah, no kidding. One shot, boom. Oh, that was funny. You want to take
Waiting on Jacob. Yeah, waiting on Jacob Lerma, Benjamin Hall. Willow was attracted to Xander and truly loved Oz, and then that is treated as nothing. is okay for her to be lesbian. I am bi, but done poorly. I disagree, because sometimes people can think they're in love with something and not actually be in love. For example, I have been bi-curious for the longest time, but I love women to pieces, and it took my current partner to really make me say the bi moniker. Relationships are fluid, and so is sexuality, and you're constantly learning about it every single day. So I would not call that erasure in any case, especially if the character just realized, you know what, I thought I was this, and then I realized I was this.
Jacob Lerma, and do not forget about special needs rides. Also, I feel like I feel we are always left out.
I mean, listen, I am mentally and physically disabled. Disabled rights need to come a very far way, because I tried for disability, and they denied me because I worked too much. I tried to get a job, and they laughed in my face after I put I was disabled on the application, and they laughed in my face when I showed up because I couldn't lift at a bank, because I couldn't lift the coins. And I'm just like, why can't you just get someone else to lift? No, honey, you need to apply to another job. You're not right for us. I put I was disabled in the application. Like, there's not enough disability rights out there.
Yep.
Benjamin Hall, I think it's best we leave it at this, because again, I have not seen the show.
Toolbox. Nope. I'm gonna go upstairs and get the last one of the things.
I like how even the stairs is a nice sign.
Just want my dog
Stairs? No one said there was stairs. I haven't seen Fringe or played Witcher, but I would like to. Yep, work too much for disability, can't work because you can't lift. But here's another thing. Disability eventually runs out. You can't live on disability, and they only give you so much.
Just the levels of ridiculousness.
Hour. It's ridiculous.
I think we've done this before and didn't actually change anything. But I like doing it anyway.
Let's do it.
Okay. Some decent numbers, or some decent number there.
There's some good brackets.
Are there?
I thought I saw one.
Oh, I see.
Mind.
Well, hold on. They have to be on the same line, right? Or
I do see brackets now.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see them.
Middle right.
Over. Oh, okay.
And Creative Chef, for reference, I used to lift 50 pounds every day as a machinist. I only had to stop because I couldn't do that anymore.
Weird pistols. Mutant Bizarre.
Don't worry, guys. I'm fine with these questions. These aren't too personal for me, but I'm the outlier. I'm the one person here who's not uncomfortable usually saying personal information to a point. So take that as what you will, but don't try to push that too far. 175. We're getting close.
Yeah, unfortunately, we only have one try left and no parentheses. I think we've already used.
I think she meant that we're getting close to the next singing.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But brackets are kind of hard to find in this. We already used the brackets that I saw.
Gordon ZX, last chat of the night. Are there any JPEGs to stream in the future? Huh? I'm confused.
JPEGs to stream? I think you have to clarify that.
How would
If
I
that was
stream
your-
an image?
And that was your last chat of the night? Oh, no.
Oh no.
100.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kool-Aid. And I apologize. They're launching fireworks in the background.
I don't know if you can hear. I got fireworks on
no.
my side too.
Fireworks.
One there that'd be similar.
Like big festival fireworks.
Denying. No. Tunnels.
Bronny Brown, I gotta go for now. Where did you get your Green Ranger costume, and how much did it cost?
I got it on eBay. It cost me about several $100s. I can't remember how much it was. I want to say it was somewhere in the range between $400 and $800. I can't remember the exact. Yeah, I can't remember the exact cost it was because it was so many years ago. And actually, I blame you people for me getting it. Because basically I was like, oh man, this is like a really good deal for this, and it fits me, and I'm overweight, so that was really important for you know, a suit like that. And people were like, do it. It's like, okay, I just spent an exorbitant amount of money on this, so yeah, I'm getting my money's worth out of it by using it on the show a few times.
I still need to use mine on my show. I actually have King Ranger, also known as Gold Ranger. Zeo Ranger Gold, and I need to get use out of it. It still fits. I haven't worn it since my transition started.
Symbiotic Titan, what's wrong with fireworks? I mean, I love looking at fireworks. The problem is they screw with pets a lot. Basically, it freaks pets out, especially dogs, and I have cats too. And basically just makes them run around everywhere, or they cause damage because they don't know what's going on. They just hear weird, loud noises that freak them out, cause them anxiety, and just creates bigger issues. And that's just you know, for pets. You know, people have problems with it too. You know, especially veterans who hear the popping sounds, it triggers them. So yeah, it's a lot. It can be a huge issue, for people with PTSD and, you know, dogs and whatnot. And sure, fireworks would be nice, especially you know, if they're controlled and like done so by you know, the state to create, like, you know, big impressive displays and whatnot. But you have people setting them off every single goddamn night for the last month here.
And not even that, they do it before and afterwards. But on a personal level, I have anxiety. I don't like loud noises. It's to do with a lot of things in my past, but it sets off anxiety and triggers in me. And so when it's in my backyard, which is happening, like, not when I say in my backyard, there's a school right next door. They go to the abandoned lot in the school and they launch it right in my backyard. And I'm sorry, it really sets me off. So I don't like fireworks. I used to like them as a kid, but I've been through a lot of actual events that not good.
Gorn CX clarified. Sorry, I meant JRPGs.
Let me actually clarify. I'm not really that fond of the idea of only the state having fireworks, but it feels like they would at least be a little more responsible, hopefully, than people who are setting them off every single frickin' night for a month. I would hope, anyway. I mean, there's a reason why a recurring gag on my show is I'm the government, I'm the reason nothing works.
All I know is that it starts at the beginning of June now. It doesn't end to the very last bits of July, sometimes even sooner.
Or later, sometimes it goes into August.
It's bad, especially around here where fireworks are readily available. They have tents, they get them super easily, and I don't want them in my backyard.
I do it advanced now too.
Let's see here. Taylor Robinson says, as a disabled woman myself, I feel like we're seen as invisible and we have to fight our entire lives to get what we want.
It's hard to be seen as regular people, but at the same time, they still don't see us as... They want two states. They want completely disabled, so we're useless, or they want us to be, oh, well, you're not visibly disabled, so you're not disabled. And that's not how it works.
And on that note, special request from GSR. This is getting depressing.
All right, let's switch topics.
Thank you.
Let's see. Alright. Data, institutional data, replay, advanced test.
Let's talk about how cute my cats are and how lovable they are, and I love them.
Now I've got one dog on his side, and the other dog looking like 777. A good portion of a street just blew up in LA the other day because someone was stockpiling a ton of illegal fireworks.
Okay, let's be clear here about what happened with that one. Simply put, while they did collect a bunch of illegal fireworks, the cops are the ones who set them off prematurely and screwed it up, and then blamed the person they took it from for that, even though they were the ones who screwed up handling them.
Wow.
So there's blame to go around on that one.
As for my cats, I have technically 3 cats. One is in Rhode Island. It's a very wonderful little black kitty. He is a midget cat. He has very, very short legs, but very long. So he's a little wiener cat. I love him to pieces. We call him Midnight. You might see him on the show in the future.
Zen, please don't use that term to describe him. The M word. It's a slur.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend. I didn't realize there was a separate term to use.
Yep, but I know what you're. Oh, first try, legitimately.
A munchkin cat.
We'll go with that.
Okay. Yeah. So I have that cat, and then I also have a very wonderful tuxedo cat, named Chiaki, and then I have a striped tabby, and I love them all.
Landon McPhee, any thoughts on the newly released trailer for the Star Wars anime anthology series coming to Disney Plus?
We answered that earlier. I didn't actually watch the trailer yet, so I don't know. Other than it looks cool.
I didn't know about it, so I was just curious to see if that was the same thing. Now, I am admittedly curious because I saw a spot on TV for a Monsters Inc. series that's coming to Disney Plus. That has me curious. Because, quite frankly, I think Monsters Inc. is a very underutilized universe.
Proceeding with search protocol.
ZachBet92, in your opinion, what is the most disturbing episode of the original Twilight Zone? Oh, that's a good question.
That's a very good question. Ugh. There's a lot of good candidates. We got the mannequin one, of course, at least in terms of like overall scary.
Oh, that one's creepy.
What else was there? There was, damn, I had one a second ago and I suddenly lost it.
The one where the Earth is plunging toward the sun, except it's really not?
Yep. Let's see.
The masks. Oh, yeah, the mask. That one is weird.
That one's satisfying is what that is. And you know what? Screw it. I'm minimizing the thing real quick just so I can see the Twilight Zone list because I like thinking about Twilight Zone. And when the sky was opened is creepy because we get no answers for what the hell was going on with that.
Yes, that one. Oh, God. That one still creeps me out to this day.
What else we got? Scrolling through.
Let me get this one right quick. 7 Right. Lighter topic. Simpsons. The M180. What better way to celebrate the birth of your country than by blowing up a small chunk of it? There's the obvious one of by any other name. I think is what the name of it is. The pig people. Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't call that disturbing necessarily, at least not for me. Where was it? I had it a second ago.
Elegy. That's a good one.
Remind me the plot of Elegy.
the one with the astronauts landing on the planet with the dead stuffed people.
Yeah,
and
I remember that one.
them.
Okay, another one involving astronauts landing on a planet. Let's see. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to find the place of it. It was one of the hour-long ones from season 4. Where is
The
it?
40 Fathom
Death
one
Ship.
kind of creeped me out.
Death
Death
Ship was
Ship,
creepy.
oh, yeah.
Basically, like a bunch of astronauts land on a planet and find their own bodies and their own crashed ship. And it's the mystery of what the hell. The Invaders is pretty creepy.
The Invaders.
Number 12 looks just like you. Is depressing and creepy.
Okay. So the mannequin episode. Which one do you prefer, the original or the remake? The one with Terry Farrell.
I prefer the original. The remake one from the 80s is okay. I like that they try to play up the horror a bit more, but it just doesn't quite work. Just doesn't quite come together, in my opinion. It has its creepy moments, though. I will give you that.
I think I like the original just because of how accepting she was at the very end that she's a mannequin.
For me, it's the silence that makes it work so well. Like there's very little music when she's actually alone, and just the slow zoom-ins on mannequin faces while they talk to her, and just like, Jesus.
Yeah. Power beam away. I enjoyed the 2017 Justice League. Fight me. Why would I?
I don't fight people for their opinions.
You're free to like or dislike whatever you want.
Everett, the monsters are on the monsters are due on Maple Street. The monsters are us.
To serve man.
To serve man, yeah. I mean, come on, everyone knows that twist by now, but yeah, that's one of the more legendary ones.
There's just something about her suddenly screaming and the music change, and just like sends shivers down my spine.
Well,
I do love the Simpsons parody of "To Serve Man." That was really great. But also here's something interesting. I've been watching a lot of Bob's Burgers with my roommate Cody. He didn't know what I meant when we were watching an episode where they get kidnapped and put on a cruise ship, and someone was trying to say "Don't come on," blah blah blah, and I'm like, "What is this? A parody of "To Serve Man"?" He looked at me like I had two heads. I'm like, you don't know?
ZachFet92, in my opinion, the most disturbing episode was the one with the boy who could warp reality.
Yeah, what's the name of that one? It's a Good Life.
It's a Good Life, yeah. The Hitchhiker's also a good creepy one. You know that one, right? You remember that one?
Deactivate turret system. There we go.
Jacob Lerma, what is the most unique thing in your collection? Mine is Digimon Season 1 through 4 on Japanese Blu-ray.
I have no idea what I would consider to be unique in the regard you're talking about.
You have a model of Comicron 1. Everything else kind of falls back on that. So.
There you go.
Law-abiding citizens, please.
Yeah, the 40 Fathom one, the one with the submarine and the poor guy on the Navy ship who goes berserk because he served on that sub.
Yeah, that one just did not creep me out. I liked the idea of it more than the actual execution, if I recall correctly.
I'll give you that one. Yeah, because it was yeah, the idea is much better than the execution.
Not necessarily disturbing, creepy in the same way, but really good episode that I find myself going back to a lot more. On Thursday, we leave for home. That's the one about a lost colony that's on a planet with two suns, and they've been there for 30 years, and they finally get rescued. But the guy who's leading them has slowly turned into a tyrant. Not that he realizes he's turned into a tyrant; he just thinks he's helping people, and it's just a really, really well done story.
There's one I was just thinking about. 2 is another creepy one. What is? Yeah, I'm doing what you did. I'm
scrolling through the list of episodes.
Yeah.
Want to hear something very shocking?
Uh-huh.
I've only seen 2 episodes of the Twilight Zone.
We gotta fix that at some point.
Out. Get out.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not cultured. I only watched it twice when my parents were up, but they didn't show it to me. And like when I was older, I was watching other stuff. So
And that's fair.
Yeah,
Even nowadays, some of those episodes, some of those episodes hold up, and you know, it can still be, and especially be creepy for little kids.
How about The Arrival?
Yeah, that one just had a disappointing ending.
Well, I don't know. I really find the ending really sad. How the inspector's running down the runway, you know, crying out, "Why didn't you ever tell anyone what happened to you?"
Yeah, just for me, I like mysteries that don't make sense, but eventually do make sense once you actually have the final solution. And the problem is that one solution just like it's basically equivalent of it was all a dream. It's just like,
True.
oh, okay.
and
Mario,
we are at
submarine.
$1.99, $1 more, and Lewis has to sing.
Mario, submarine make perfect place for horror settings. Ain't that the truth? Oh, Odyssey of Flight 33.
You know what? I've never actually watched Odyssey of Flight 33.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's good.
I think the only ones I saw was the one with the mulch.
That's the 2002. That's the first episode of the 2002 Twilight Zone.
And then it was one where a guy gets in a cab, and like karma comes
one-
back to him or something.
There's one from the 80s. There's one from the 80s. Actually, there's two I can think of from the 80s. One is that End of the World one, the stopwatch one.
Yep.
And the other is the spaceship that's investigating a supernova that took out a whole civilization, but then they find out that supernova was really the Christmas star.
Yeah, that was. They had a few. They had like 3 or 4 Christmas episodes in the 80s Twilight Zone, and that was one of them. And
Yep.
yeah,
All right,
people
Lewis,
got
you
in the
gotta
$1
sing.
ones, and we're actually going to end on me singing that because we are at an hour and a half.
Yep. And I also Mike Manhattan. I haven't seen Cowboy Bebop yet. I get it. My nerd card has been revoked. I get it.
First theme lyrics.
T. Williams, CA. It's not an episode, but a creepy show. It's the movie about the driver being harassed by the unseen truck driver. Duel. That's a good. Yes,
Well, I think
like
that was either Spielberg's first movie or at least one of his earliest ones. They
was
actually
the
showed
first.
that. We actually watched that in my 10th grade English class, and that was good. All
It
right,
is a good
the
show, yeah.
Transformers theme by Lion for the movie.
Hang on a second. Hang on. ZachFet92, you really need to make that top 15 original Twilight Zone list.
I do.
Everett and Jacob Lerma still have super chats. I'll watch for them. Go.
Transformers! Something evil's watching over you, coming from the sky above, and there's nothing you can do. Prepare to strike, there'll be no place to run when you're caught within the grip of the evil Unicron. Transformers! Barely I'm straining here. More than meets the eye. Transformers! Robots in disguise.
As they launch fireworks in the background.
Autobots
Jacob,
wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons.
Yeah, we can hear those fireworks.
I mean,
Strong
it works.
enough to break the bravest heart. So we have to pull together, but we can't stay worlds apart. To stand divided, we will surely fall until our darkest hour, when the light will save us all. Transformers, more than meets the eye. Transformers, robots in disguise. Transformers, Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. And Gordon ZX says that it's good Lord, it's high pitched. It's more like, yeah, they were actually singing like that. They're very obviously they did it a little bit better, but it's fairly unintelligible. It's why you need to look up the lyrics to it.
I'm a ninja consultant from the Decepticons.
It's Judgment Day and now we made a stand. Oh god. I'm just gonna end it there. Otherwise, just repeating Transformers multiple times.
Transformers.
Now, to be fair, yeah, that's technically not the original theme song. This is the movie's version of the theme song, which had like a full lyrics. The original, obviously, was just Transformers, more than meets the eye, and that's it. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Transformers. That's it. It's like 30 seconds.
Jacob Lerma, what's a dumb reason for you to rage quit a game? For me, Red Dead 2, I could not get on a horse.
Dumb reason to rage quit. I'm trying to think of like any times I have rage quit over something dumb. Mostly just like if a game like is glitched to the point where I cannot play it anymore, like I have to wait for a patch or something like that. Just like, well.
So basically, if it's Bethesda to death.
Yeah, there you go.
For me, it was, I think the only game that I ever really... Well, there was a couple, but the one that I recent memory was The Evil Within, because I could not understand what the hell was going on, and I was 4 hours in. And it, like, I'm just like, no, this makes no goddamn sense. The only other games that I've rage quit was Sonic Heroes, because it is badly level designed, poorly controlled, and Sonic Riders, because what the hell?
Ryan Meir, come back next week. I will definitely do the G.I. Joe theme from the movie as one of our singing goals. Otherwise, yeah, it is 9:30, so we're going to call it quits for the night. I have a lot of work to do, and I'm really tired. So, we'll be back next week with more of the adventures of Georgie LaForge as we continue to attempt... That's the touch.
Hi, Vega.
Hey, Vega.
Vega just came in briefly to yell that. And yeah, we'll be back next week with more Fallout New Vegas, where we try to get the gun that shoots dogs. Otherwise, I will try to get the episode out on Monday. Probably not going to happen. Partially because of... I'm still working on a bunch of stuff for it. Partially also because I won't be able to edit a lot on Monday itself, because Melissa's coming over. We're going to film some more storyline stuff, so we can keep on trucking and get the storyline finished this year. That is our goal. And hey, we finally made some progress on it.
Guys, we have officially become sick of the Contest of Champions. We want it over. We want it done. Unfortunately, it usually means I have to do a whole bunch of visual effecting.
It's shorter than the Sleepwalker, but it's taking just as long to finish.
Yep.
And the next storyline, while there will be plenty of special effects involved in it, it's a lot easier for me to just do on my own than Contest of Champions is, which relies upon lots and lots of other people. And when you have a global pandemic happening, it's kind of hard to bring people over to get them to film stuff. And admittedly, the pandemic is still going on, but at least everyone's vaccinated.
So, yeah, the pandemic slowed down the contest considerably. Or, as we're all well aware, it was a mysterious ailment that was affecting 70-some-odd% of the universes. Like in Heavy Rex's universe, it was the Divock 91 bacterium.
There you go. Anyway... We will be back next week. We'll be and you'll have a new episode later this week of Codename Ninja. Look forward to that. In the meantime, thank you, Zen.
Thank you, everybody. It was good to be here. Next time, you request something Nickelback, and I will sing it.
And thank you, Game Show Reviewer.
I look forward to that immensely. Thank you for having us on, Lewis. Good night, everybody.
No problem. We did photograph on one of these, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
All right. You all have a good rest of the night.
Good night.